Peace, family. This is Lions doing another news and commentary. This is now normally I don't talk about 45 that much. You notice that. I don't even talk about what's going on, but this is really important for people to understand because I'm gonna have some pro-Trumps and gonna ask, am I anti-Trump or if I'm pro-Trump? I'm neither. I'm independent. But what he says in this CBS Evening News interview, he's retracted what he says in Helsinki. For those of you who don't know what happened, he made a statement that Russian President Vladimir Putin, denied getting involved in the 2016 Democratic primaries. That he never hacked anything that's involved with the presidential elections during that time. Now he retracted his statement on the CBS Evening News. And I want you to hear what he has to say, and then I'm going to give you the rest of my commentary.
I let him know we can't have this. We're not going to have it. And that's the way it's going to be.
President Trump described to CBS Evening News anchor Jeff Glor what he said to President Vladimir Putin about Russian meddling in the 2016 U.S. election.
Do you hold him personally responsible?
Well, I would, because he's in charge of the country, just like I consider myself to be responsible for things that happen in this country. So certainly, as the leader of a country, you would have to hold him responsible, yes.
Critics say at his joint press conference with Putin after their summit in Helsinki, Mr. Trump undercut U.S. intelligence and should have called out Putin on the meddling.
I think I did great at the news conference. I think it was a strong news conference. You have people that said you should have gone up to him, you should have walked up and started screaming in his face. We're living in the real world.
The interview came on a day when, for the second time this week, the White House had to clarify just what the president said about Russia. This time when a reporter asked about cyber attacks.
Is Russia still targeting the U.S., Mr. President?
Press,
let's
go. The president said no, and that would seem to contradict his director of national intelligence, Stan Coates, who says attacks by Russia haven't stopped. But the White House says the no meant something entirely different.
The president said thank you very much and was saying no to answering questions.
The president says he trusts U.S. intelligence and Coates' analysis of the Russian attacks.
I have tremendous faith in Dan Coates. And if he says that, I would accept that. I will tell you, though, it better not be. It better not be.
But the president had harsh criticism for officials in previous administrations.
It's been terrible. You look at Brennan, you look at Clapper, you look at Hayden, you look at Comey, you look at McCabe, you look at Strzok and his lover, Lisa Page.
As for sitting down for an interview with special counsel Robert Mueller in the Russia investigation, Mr. Trump says his lawyers are working on that, and he always wanted to do an interview. Dick Brennan, CBS 2 News.
Okay, people. There you have it. Now, before I continue my commentary, I know there's going to be a lot of pro-Trump supporters are going to attack me, about doing this video. Let me remind you guys this, is that when people has an opinion, they have at least have a right to have an opinion. I'm not anti-Trump and I'm not pro-Trump. I'm pro-truth. That's who I am. I'm pro-truth and I'm pro-facts. With that being said, here's what I think is happening. When he did an interview with Vladimir Putin, they had an interview together. Obviously, basically they had a press conference together, praising Putin for, his intelligence in Russia and everything else, which is unacceptable and inappropriate. And then obviously he was talking about the 2016 elections that he believes back then, he believes that Russia didn't have anything to do with the 2016 primaries. Basically, that when he hacked about Hillary Clinton, he didn't have anything to do with it. Now, fast forward to this interview with CBS Evening News. Now the interview asking him, you heard that, right? The interview asking him that was Putin responsible, and he says that just like he's responsible for his country, like I'm responsible for my country. Keep in mind with this, guys. Now, we all know, and I'm not pro-Trump or anti-Trump. I'm just pro-truth on this. With the hacking of the DNC, with the elections there, the thing of it is that really, whatever happens, the Hillary Clinton is not a hack. It was a leak with the John Podesta emails. But we're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about it because we already know about the situation. We're talking about what Trump has done. Okay, we're talking about what this man has done. He went to Russia, praising Putin. Give the keys to the United States, give the keys to the country, and said that, well, I believe what Putin said, he had nothing to do with it, and try to deny that Russia would never hack anything, in which we would have this evidence in the past that Russia does indeed hack other people's countries with their elections and so forth. And then now Donald Trump, and the only reason why he had to say it on CBS News because a lot of backlash on the administration or and Trump himself because this comments he said when he was with Vladimir Putin in Russia. And then he turned around and said, I'm very happy that, you heard what he said. He said, I'm very happy that the interview or that the press conference went well. And obviously it wasn't, realistically it didn't went well. Because if it did, people in the press, including Fox News, your own source, would have praised you on that press conference. And unfortunately, even Fox News didn't think that what happened was wrong, or it wasn't a good idea. See, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing what's going on with this country, with our president. Well, with 45. Everybody knows he lies a lot. He lies about one thing, then he retract another statement. Then he said one thing, then he retract the other statement. And had the administration said the same thing. They retract everything a person says. And I know all them right wing like, you don't know what you're talking about. Trump is one of the best presidents ever. You just wrong, Lions Den. Okay. If I was wrong, then why would people, including social media on Twitter, criticize this president for the comments he made about Vladimir Putin during a joint press conference? If I was wrong, if this was a major backlash, if I was wrong, Lions Den. See, the thing of it is, ladies and gentlemen, is that this president has embarrassed this country, humiliated this country, and people call him treasonous and everything because all the stuff he said. All he praises Vladimir Putin for everything. You weren't supposed to even praise Vladimir Putin in public, in the press conference. You got to keep, as they say, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And obviously, you see what they did. Obviously you see what Trump is doing during the joint press conference. He basically, obviously, praising Putin all throughout the press conference, and then he said he believes that he wasn't involved, and we really don't know whether he was involved or not. Like I said, I'm not gonna give Hillary Clinton a pass either, because we already know what happened during the primaries, how her campaign treated Bernie Sanders, how the DNC treated Bernie Sanders with the John Podesta emails, how they messed up the voting machines for Hillary Clinton. Yes, we're not going to give them a pass for that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about 45 right here, and how he basically lying to the public, and he basically retract his statements. And so this is why I said, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to look into the third ear, into the third eye, because again, the backlash, and he had to clean up his statements because of the backlash that happened over the weekend. So for all you pro-Trump supporters that says, Lions Den, you're wrong, Lions Den, Trump didn't do that, or Trump basically the one of the greatest presidents ever. You want to bash, you're anti-Trump. And like I said, I'm not anti-Trump, and I'm not pro-Trump either. I'm pro-truth. And what I said is the truth. That Donald Trump lies a lie. That he recanted his statements after his lie because of the backlash he received from everybody, both the left and the right. And then all of a sudden, now he had to say, well, if Putin did it, yeah, it was like Putin did it in this country, it had to take responsibility to what I did in my country. He retracted that statement because of the backlash of that summit, the joint press conference. So, again, I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm pro-truth. It's a difference. I'm pro-truth. And what I see is the truth. That everybody knows that President, 45 lies. He lies a lot. And recanted his statements. So, and if y'all think I'm anti-Trump, then that's your opinion of what I feel. But what I'm saying is that he basically really he's basically disrespectful to this country. He's disrespectful to the people that supported him. Even put the State Department under the bus. Put the FBI and the CIA under the bus. And all of a sudden, you basically claiming that, Trump did an excellent job, and even people from the right said that what he did was unacceptable. So you got his own people, his own party. So half of his party said it's unacceptable. Then you have to call it the way it sees that President 45 was awful during the summit in front of everybody. So now he kind of cleaned his image because he knew he messed up. Well, this is the President of the United States. And I know I have to respect the presidency, but I don't have to respect the person who is president. It's the difference. I respect the presidency, and I'm going to get all you pro-Trump supporters this. I respect the presidency, but I don't have to respect the man who is president. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And y'all can call it the way it is. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this video. Share this video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Subscribe my reaction channel. And subscribe my Black Junction channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.